Hello everyone, and welcome to our third day of healthy core and yoga flow for lifting toxic and stagnant energies off and turning our layers into higher frequencies, to higher vibrations. That is the intention with this series of 30 days of healthy core and yoga flow. Today we are going to come into a pose called Trikonasana, or also known as triangle pose. So there'll be some adductors and abductors. So we're just gonna have some fun with it, but we'll start by centering and then doing our 5 different kinds of core stabilizers to massage the organs and bring health to our circulatory system, to our digestive system, and really to all of the outer layers around us and to the inner layers. So let's take a comfortable seat, please. Crossing our legs, sitting nice and tall on the sit bones, setting an intention for what makes sense and purpose to you and to your practice today. Sitting nice and tall, even spine, even weight on the sit bones, soft outer layers, bright inner body. And gently bring the hands together in front of the heart and joining our voices in one Om. To start our practice, take a nice big inhale. And exhale, release the hands. Open your eyes and come to all fours, please. And we'll start with cat-cow, with a massage for the spine, to all of the layers around it. So come to cat-cow, please. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And arch your spine up towards the sky. Pull the front layers in and up and into the center line. Expand the back body and hollow it back down. Press the hands, the knees, the toes. Exhale, expand back body. And we'll keep that going for 3 more times, rounding the spine, supporting the lower back with our lower abdominals, and inhaling and exhaling. And 2 more times, exhaling, bringing it all the way up. And 1 more time. Press the hands, the knees, the toes down and lift up the core from there. And exhale, come back to center. Kickstand your left foot out, take your right leg out to the side, and we're gonna come to a side plank with our arm up and over, and then we're gonna take the knee to the elbow and send it back out. Knee to elbow, send it back out. We have 20 times here. Exhaling, inhaling. And 15 more times. So we'll just have fun with it and wake up the side body. And that's 10. And we are also waking up the ascending colon on the right side and getting some good elongation, some good stability to the whole side of the body. And 5 more, and 4 more, 3 more, and 2 more, and last 1. And take it to the other side. Come over onto your right palm, turn your fingers slightly out, kickstand your right foot back, extend your left leg, take your left arm up and over, and then start our little side crunch massage to wake up the side layers. Left side, and then we'll have a nice strong support on the right side. We'll just keep this going. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. We'll do 10 more and 9 more, 8. We'll just keep it going, knowing that we're bringing some good awareness in towards the descending colon, left side of the waist. 5 more and 4 more and 3 more, 2 more and 1 more, and bring it all the way out for a nice big stretch, and then come and lay onto your back, please. Bringing yourself all the way down. Adjust so that you're comfortable onto your back. We are going to take the knees into the chest and hold on to the right knee and extend the left. You can stay here and have your heel down and your whole body onto the floor, and just simply massage the front side, massage the hip flexors, massage the abdomen, or you could lift up your shoulder blades and keep your legs elevated from the floor. Pull that lower belly in towards the mat, and we'll keep doing this for 20 times. So I think we are to about a 5, so we'll start here with 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10. We just vacuum suck that lower belly in, and anytime we need to, we'll just take the head back onto the floor. And 13, 14, 15 and 16 and 17 and 18. Keep the breath going. 19 and 20. That was a long 20. Bring the knees into the chest. Take a pause. Take your legs up towards the sky. Take your hands to the side, or take your hands underneath your sacrum. Thumbs can touch and your fingers can spread to the side. Leg drops. Vacuum suck the belly in and only drop your leg as far down as you are comfortable in your back. Using your abdominals to lift and lower the leg. Excellent, and we'll just keep this going for 15 more with the alternation, and 14 and 13. Should be a nice little tug in the belly. 13 and 12. Excellent. And 11 and 10 and 9 and 8, and we'll keep it going, and 7, lower back into the mat, nice, and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2 more. Vacuum suck that belly in and use the deeper abdominals. Last one, and bring it in and take it all the way back down. Hug the knees in, and then extend the feet back down onto the floor. Excellent. From here, we're gonna come back up with your knees in
legs up, and then we're going to open up like yesterday, the legs wide apart, and take the hands behind and just lower and lift, lift and lower. Wake up the abductors. Spread your toes. And 15 more. And 14, 13, and 12, 11, 10, 9, nice, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2 more, and 1 more. Bring it back down, hands under the knees, bring the knees into the chest, and we're gonna do 1 more with bicycling the legs out, and you can choose to stay here and moving your legs like so, or you can take your hands behind your head and you could take your elbow to the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. And make sure you're using your abdomens. 15, 16, 17, and 18, and 19, and 20. And bring it in. Bring your knees into the chest. Take your feet wide as the yoga mat. Arms out to the side. Knee side to side. Windshield wiper. Get a little more massage into the waist, into the belly, into the organs. And some nice turns for the adductors and abductors. 1 more each side. And gently bring it back in, knees into the chest. And extend your right leg up to the sky and your left leg forward. Hands around the hamstrings. We're just simply pressing the hands into the hamstrings, hamstrings into the hands, and extending the leg opposite directions. Walk your hands up the leg and roll your belly up from the floor. Come all the way up where it's comfortable for you. Extending front and back side of the legs. And then take it back down. Either have your hand on the right side of the leg or take peace fingers around the big toe. Left hand onto your left thigh for an opening of your right leg to the side. Supta Padangustasana in an angle style, like a supine Trikonasana variation. And then gently bring it all the way back up and bend your knee in and switch sides. Take your right leg, send it forward, hug your left knee in and then extend it up. Use your core as you extend your legs, as you keep your upper and lower body neatly hugged together. And either stay here or walk your hands up towards the ankle and lift yourself up with the help of your strong abdominals that we've been toning and turning and churning. Elbows out to the side. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Take your peace fingers if they're available around your big toe. If not, take your ankle. Right hand, take a strap, take a scarf, anything you need to make your arm and your leg taller. And take your left leg out to the side for Parsva Supta Padangustasana, which is like a supine version of triangle pose, where we get to prepare our inner and outer layers to open up. Breathing, softening, and then gently bring it all the way back up. Hug the knee in, send your legs out, and hook your thumbs. Take a nice big full body lengthening stretch. You can shimmy your hips a little bit side to side. And exhale, inhale, bring your knees into the chest. And we're gonna roll it all the way up and take downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, spread your fingers nice and wide. Come up onto your toes and pedal into the legs. Seeing how it feels. Into the ankles, into the knees, into the hips. Press the palms. Elongate the side of the body. Move about a little bit. Do a little free flow for your lateral and medial side of the body. And then we're going to take a step to the hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the hips, elbows to sky. Bend into your knees. Come up to standing. And exhale, release. Turn the palms. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, step both feet back to down dog. Come forward to plank pose. Roll your spine over to plank. Bring your knees to the floor. Lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Low cobra, high cobra, whichever works for you. You can go a little side to side. It should feel good for the belly to stretch out after the last 3 days of crunching. Exhale, release. Take it all the way back down. Hands by the shoulders. Child's pose, push back. Bring your feet together. Extend your arms. Sit nice and deep onto the heels. Forehead to mat. Take a pause right here. And then gently take it all the way back up. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet all the way together. Take a few pauses right here. Take your right leg up, bend it, and make circles for your hip. You can come up onto your left toes and bend your knee. Just 3 each direction, and then we'll switch it up and take 3 the second version. And then stretch your leg out to the horizon. Step your foot between the hands, left knee to earth. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up for quad stretch. Just a straight up hold where we kind of coil the tailbone down, straight down towards the floor. And there should be some good awakening in towards the left quad. Pull the lower belly in for more feels into the left quad and hip flexor. And then from there, come forward in the outer hips. And exhale, release, hands to floor. And extend your front leg, fold forward, heel down, toes up. And gently come all the way to the front. Take your left hand out to the side, right arm up to the sky. Bottom ribs forward, top ribs back. And from here, take your right hand to the back, like kind of hitchhiking. And you might stay here. You might have your hand on the hip. You might take your hand over to the foot for a little deeper quad stretch if it's available. Press your hand and your foot into each other. And exhale, release, hands to floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Find your comfortable place for down dog. Breathing, shimmying into your hips, into your arms, to your shoulders. Bring your feet together and take your left leg up towards the horizon. Bend your knee and make circles onto your left hip. 3 laps around one side, and then we'll take 3 the other side. Support yourself by clawing the fingertips and staying nice and steady in the arms and shoulders. Extend your leg to the horizon. Step between your hands, right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms forward and up for our quad stretch with our tailbone going straight down, with a belly pulling in and up and a little bit more feelings and feedback into the quad or from the quad. Few more breaths right here, and then we'll come forward in the outer hips for Anjasana, low lunge. Exhale, release, hands to your mat, to earth, and Fold back in for hamstring stretch. Breathing, softening, heel down, toes up on the front leg. And then gently bring it all the way forward. Support yourself with your right hand onto the side. Left arm comes up to the sky. It can stay on the hip, it can stay up, it can come to the back. And you might go and find your right foot. Press your hand and your foot into each other. Lift your heart, your chest, your lungs. Press your hand and your foot into each other. And exhale, release. Hands to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. And then from here, you're going to roll over into plank pose, please. And lower all the way to the floor with either the knees touching or coming just all the way down. Inhale, low cobra or high cobra. Take your pick, or medium. Take something that works for you, that feels good right now. Shimmy it a little bit back and forth, sideways, this way and that way. And then exhale, bring it back down, tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing child's pose, balasana. Plug the femurs, gently take it back up to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step one foot between the hands, windmill up all the way to standing. Inhale, take your arms up, steady, feet and legs and tone into the back body, and take your arms out to the side. Take your heels in, come into wide power stand or to goddess pose. Look at it however you like to look at it. Claim all your layers, all the energies, and sink nice and deep. Take your right forearm to your right thigh. Take your left arm up. Take the gaze up. And exhale, switch sides. Take your right arm up. And exhale, up and over. This time, take your arm up and over. And sweeping up and over. And next time around, we'll take the fingers to the floor inside your shin ankle. Left arm up and over. And switching to the second side. Left fingers down. Taking your right arm up and over. And exhale, taking it all the way back. And sink a little deeper and press up to standing. Turn the toes in, pigeon toes slightly, hands behind the sacrum. Roll the shoulders up and back and fold forward, feet wide apart. Prasarta Padottanasana with hands interlaced on your sacrum. Roll the shoulders up and back. And take your hands up towards the sky. Top of the head towards the yoga mat. You might even be on the floor. Release the shoulders, the neck. Lift your shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, hands to sacrum. And take it back down to the floor with the hands. And come to downward facing dog. Step to down dog, please. Three breaths in down dog, letting all the poses that we've done kind of find a nice new space to be in our body. Step your feet to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. And then from here, we're going to come down to a seat. And we can simply lay down on our back, or we can roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Support yourself the way you need to be supported on the way down. And here we are on our backs again. Feels pretty good. We're going to come over to the left side for half happy baby on our right leg, and then we're going to extend it out. So come all the way down. You can take your hand in your head. You can bend your knees, or you can keep them straight. So whichever works for that bottom leg. Take your right hand outside your right pinky toe side. Karate chop your pinky toe side of the foot into your hand, and press your hand and your foot into each other. And from here, ground your femur in towards the hip. Get nice and steady and even in the hips. Extend your toes, spread your toes, and from there, extend your root of the big toe up towards the sky for Anantasana. Like a sideways variation of triangle pose. You can take your Left hand down, claw the fingertips down, pull the bottom of the ribs towards the top of the hips. Give yourself a few breaths right here. And exhale, release. And switch to the second side. Roll on your belly or roll on your side and come over to your right side. Hand onto your head. You can bend your knees in for support. You can stretch your legs out for challenging your balance. So see what works for you. Take your left hand outside your left pinky toe side. Spread your toes. Press your foot and your hand into each other. Ground your femur in towards the hip socket for a nice steady feeling, and then from there extend your root mound of the big toe up towards the sky and clear the layers. Nice. Few more breaths right here, and you might even take your right hand, extend it out, come down with your head onto the arm and check your balance, check the midline, check the front of the spine, see how it feels to lay here and just kind of feeling nice and steady and even. One more breath and exhale, release. Take it all the way back down. Nice. Come into downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Down dog. Spread your fingers. And from here, step your right foot between the hands. And take your hands to your right quad. Arch your spine up to the sky. Feel all four corners of your right foot. Release the hands. Inhale. Pull your arms forward and up for a nice big high crescent lunge. Extend your back leg. Lift your heart, your chest, your lungs. Exhale, hands to each side of the foot and extend your front leg. And bend your front knee. And extend. And bending it. And again, extending and bending it. Nice. Hands to each side, step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. One nice big breath. Step your left foot between the hands, take a pause. Hands onto your left quad, arch your spine up towards the sky. Release the hands, inhale, sweep the arms forward and up for a high crescent lunge. Squaring your front leg off. Lift your chest, your heart, your lungs, extend your arms. And exhale, release. Hands to the side. And extend your front leg. And bend it back down. And we'll extend it. And bend it. And extending, sinking back down. And then from here, stepping back to downward facing dog. Feet to hands, hands to feet, meet halfway on the yoga mat. Fold, bend your knees, hands to hips, elbows to sky, press the feet, come all the way up. Excellent. And from here, we're going to release the hands. Inhale, take your arms all the way up, side crescent, taking our right over towards the left side, and switching second side. Bending in towards the knees, nice and deep. And then we'll take it back up and take the hands down to the side. Interlace the hands one more time behind the back. Roll the shoulders up and back. Separate your feet, outer hip widths apart. Bend into the knees, hinge and fold. Top of the head towards the floor and sweep your hands up towards the sky. So we have the feet a little narrower. Then our other hands behind where we interlaced and lifted up. This time we just want to get a little bit deeper in towards the shoulders, lower back, side body. Steady legs and feet. Bring the hands to the sacrum and to the hips. Press the feet, come all the way up to standing and release the hands. Come to the front of your yoga mat. This is my front today. Sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, hinge and fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a nice big wide down dog. From your bottom of the shoulder blades, bottom of the heart. Extend out the arms. Plug the upper arm bones in and extend at the same time. Elongate the whole upper body. And that way the hips will have a nice open feeling. The femurs will have a place to plug into. Step your right foot between the hands. Windmill all the way up to standing. Take your arms out to the side. So here we have Trikonasana stand for the feet with your front heel into the center of the left arch. Take your arms out to the side. Sweep it all the way up. Nice big side body. And take it down. I'm just going to go a little bit back and forth here to come in towards the sides. And just kind of clearing energy around us. And one more time, we'll take it all the way up. And then from here, take your arms out to the side and hinge and fold with your right hand either right below your knee, maybe towards the ankle. Maybe you take your hand on the block or onto the floor, straight from the shoulders and down. So for me, my arm comes kind of into the center of the shin. Take the gaze either down towards the big toe or up towards your thumb, whichever works for you. One breath more here for Trikonasana, pressing down the four corners of the feet, clearing and cleaning the layers, and a nice circling energy from feet to hands, feet to knees to hips, hips to shoulders. Take your gaze back down, press into your feet, bend your front knee, and bring it all the way back up. Excellent. And then from here, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. And hands to the floor. And come into down dog for your second side. Downward facing dog. We'll come back up again onto our shoulder area and lift the upper arm bones and plug the shoulder blades. The upper arm bones in towards the shoulder blades. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Long side body. And from here, step your left foot between the hands. Windmill all the way up to standing. Front heel shoots right into the center of the right arch of your foot. Flip your left palm up. Take it all the way up towards the back. And take your left hand towards the knee. Take your right arm up and over. And bring it up and back like a nice windmill. And take it back. Sweeping it all the way up and around. And taking it up and back one more time. And exhale. This time take your hand either somewhere below the knee or down towards the ankle, or take your hand on the block or straight down to the floor. The arm goes straight behind the shin, so we'll take the shoulder and the wrist and just stack it above and below each other. The gaze stays either up or stays down. Take your pick, what works the best for you for this side. A few more breaths right here. Circling the energy, feet to hands, hands to feet, feet to earth, hands to sky, and just kind of cleaning and clearing layers in our body by holding our Trikonasana pose with the breath flowing freely around in the body. And exhale, gaze down, bend your front knee. Use your core to lift yourself back up. Turn your toes. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, long spine. Take your gaze up. Take your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. And release the hands to the floor. And bring your feet together. And hug your skin to muscle, muscle to bone. And find your midline. Take your hands around your elbows. And give yourself a ragdoll variation, folding, and just finding the midline back together again. Steadying your legs after having them being open in all different layers and turns. Get them back into a nice even stance, sagittal form. Second toe facing forward. Closing our practice with a Forward fold, hand in each elbow. And releasing the hands and coming down into our seat on our pillow, blanket, whichever we might have to sit on for comfort, crossing the legs. I hope you feel cleared and cleaned and invigorated and different vibrations around your layers to receive different frequencies from wherever they might come from for us. One never knows. We will take the palms, facing them up and sitting nice and tall on our sit bones. And the hint of a smile from the side of the mouth, relaxing the outer layers. And just sitting, letting all the layers settle down. And as always, I invite you always to take a Shavasana when we have finished our practice. Bringing the heel of the hands together in front of the heart for Padma Mudra. It's an exchange of receiving and offering energies out. And thank you so much for joining me today for this healthy core and yoga flow with a focus on triangle pose. And we have many more days together. This was the 3rd out of 30, so I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let's close this practice with an Om, with our palms open for exchanging of stagnant energy into nice new vibrations. We'll take a nice big inhale for an Om. Inhale. Closing the palms together. Place your hands down on the knees for grounding. Thank you so much for joining for this session, and I look forward to seeing you on day 4. So give me some comments and let me know how you're feeling, and I will look forward to see you tomorrow right here. Namaste.